Namaste, this is Monica and I welcome you to today's Yin Yoga practice. So you know that in this practice we go deeper into our body and our mind and watch through the entire practice, get into a meditative state. We hold into our asana for 3 to 5 minutes. In today's practice we are going to focus on our neck, release of our wrist, our ankles, toes, the small little parts which we usually ignore. Of course, we will be doing a bit of hamstring and hips work as well. Remember, we follow 3 principles in Yin Yoga. We find the edge, we find a good appropriate point for ourselves which can be comfortable enough for us. At the same time, not too comfortable that there's no work happening. So finding the nice spot for yourself. And then principle number 2 is we do not move a lot. We remain still into a pose. Principle number 3 is we hold into our asana for the time that we have decided. Sometimes it can be an uncomfortable journey, being still for that long. It can be a lot of pain that you might experience, but watching through that pain and going through that pain and really getting into your meditative state, breathing through your practice can really sail you through. So let's meet on the mat and let's explore this practice together. Really grounding ourselves with this relaxation right now in the beginning of a practice. Allow your body to let go. Let your body weight settle down on the ground. And notice the slow release of all the tension from the mind and the body. Notice your body weight settling down on the ground as you let go. Notice your breath relaxing. And with each exhalation, find yourself diving deeper into this relaxation. Bringing yourself back into this moment, present moment. Connect yourself with this moment maybe through the sense of the touch. Your body touching the ground, feeling the temperature, feeling the texture. Feel the space around you. Pay little attention to the sounds around you, whatever sounds that you can hear. And noticing everything about this moment, what is happening inside your body and outside your body. And you can go as far as in this moment as you want, or come as close and just focusing on one thing. But staying here and now. And we are going to slowly prepare ourselves to come out of this breath awareness, this relaxation, by becoming aware of your body again. Maybe become aware of your toes and fingers, maybe a little bit moving them. If you feel like rotating your ankles, rotating your wrist a little bit, feel free to do that. You can allow your head to move from one side to the other. And bring your feet together, stretch your arms up, stretch your whole body. Breathe a nice long deep breath in here and release. Bend your knees, roll over to your right. And press the left palm down to lift yourself back up into your sitting posture. Maybe sitting over a cushion if you want. We are going to chant 1 Om Tri Shantis to begin our practice today. Join your palms to the heart center. Breathe in. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. As you exhale, you can open your eyes. We're going to first begin with some neck work, and for that you can either sit in cross-leg position. If you want to work a bit on your hips and the core stretching, then maybe sitting in Vajrasana by bringing your knees back together, sitting over your heels. If you want, you can place a cushion under your hips if that feels better to you. Alternatively, one more option is to keep your knees hip distance apart, come on your fours, and then slowly taking your hips in between your feet. If you want, you can take the calf out. This is called Virasana or saddle pose in Yin Yoga. Again, sitting over a cushion if you feel that your hips don't reach the ground. Notice this. Once you find a good position for yourself to sit, depending on if you want to work on your legs, then maybe other two positions would be better, or sitting in cross-leg position. Now you can you can take your right ear to your right shoulder and feeling the stretch on the left side of your neck. If you want, you can place your right palm over the left ear and then just placing, no pressing, no pushing, nothing, just placing your palm and stay here. We're going to stay here almost maybe for a minute or a half. Allow the gravity itself to work on your neck. Once you find your edge, surrender yourself to your pose and just chill, relax. Feel your body weight settling down on the ground. We are not holding up, we are not holding any tension. More you become aware, more you're able to relax. So just become aware of everything that's happening. Allow all the feelings, all the emotions to come up. In this practice, sometimes it can come up because you really get into stillness. And allow everything to come up if it comes up. Face it and just process it like that. And slowly release your palm. Bring your neck back in the center. Let's move on to the other side. Take your left ear to the left shoulder. Left palm on the right ear. The position of your palm is just the choice and optional, if that feels okay for you. Keep noticing your breath. Stay connected with your breath all the time. Your mind may wander everywhere. Whenever you become aware, bring it back to your practice, to your mat. And again, slowly release your left palm. Bring your neck back in the center and then take your neck down, chin to your chest. Now you can, if you want, you can simply stay here or cross your arms, cross your fingers with each other and placing the interlaced fingers on the back of your head. Again, not pressing in, just simply placing it and allowing the passive stretch, passive work to happen here. You may feel the gravity pulling your elbows down and allow that to happen. You don't have to resist the pull. In fact, go with the pull. This can help you release many spasms in your neck and the shoulders. You can hold it for even longer period of time. If you are working a lot on the desk, computer, then the stiff neck can be released with these three practices. And slowly release your neck, bring it back in the center. Let us rotate our neck about 3 times clockwise and 3 times anti-clockwise, releasing all the tension, the fixation from the neck, because we are holding for that long, there can be a fixation. So just bringing the muscles back into the neutral position by rotating your neck about 3 times in each direction. And once you finish, now again place your palms on the side, lift yourself back up, moving into Vajrasana for the next pose. So placing your heels with each other and then take your hips back over your heels, knees together with each other, and then place your palms on the side. We are going to work on our ankles here. So shifting the weight little bit more back on your hips. If you have to take your palms a little bit more back to shift the weight, do that. Maybe open the chest and allow your body weight to surrender on your shoulders. Alternatively, some of you may be able to lift your knees off the floor and feeling this nice deep stretch in your ankles. If you can do that, try maybe placing both of your palms on the knees and pushing the knees towards you, as if you're trying to pull the knees towards you. Just a minute here if you're able to balance out. Otherwise, feel free to take the help of the floor on the side. Neck can be just released. You can drop the head down or maybe keeping it up in the center if that helps. Feeling this deep stretch in your ankles here. So I'll be taking taking you through different variations. So choose the variations as per what your body allows you to do. Keeping your shoulders, your jaw, your face absolutely relaxed here. All the muscles are relaxed. Learn the art of surrender by relaxing your body, relaxing your mind. And slowly, maybe place both of your palms on the side and bring your knees back towards the mat. A nice ankle stretch here. Now we're going to move into, for that maybe you can sit in cross-legged position if that feels better. Otherwise you can do in Vajrasana itself. Stretch your arms to in the front, towards the front, and face your palms downward. Point your fingers down and then place the back of your palm on the mat in front of you. Now, if you want, you can also have a cushion or a bolster in front of you to place your palms if they don't reach all the way down the ground. Again, working on the wrist here, we'll be holding here for about a minute and a half. So we are not pressing anything, just simply placing the back of the palm in front of you. If you want, you can drop the head down if that feels more comfortable, and just stay here. And notice the sensation, the little stress that we are creating in our wrist here. And I'm calling it a little stress, so we are mindful about not pushing beyond the boundaries. Wrist is very soft and delicate. And slowly release your palm. We'll be exploring the other side now. Place your palms upside, so palms facing up, fingers pointing down, and placing the front of your palm on the mat in front of you. You can walk your palms a little bit more forward if you are not getting a good edge. If you feel that you're not getting any sensation, then walking the palms a bit forward to get that little stress in your wrist. Allow your torso to surrender on your arms. This is one of the beautiful practice to work on your connective tissues, your joints and ligaments, tendons, trying to get maximum flexibility, mobility that we can get and claim from these tissues. And press your palms and then walk your palms back. Maybe a little bit of rotation in your wrist now, releasing whatever tension is left from the wrist. And now we're going to move a bit, work on our toes. So again, sitting in Vajrasana itself, place your palms forward, tuck both of your toes, and then take your hips back on your heels and then palms over your thighs, taking your torso back and allow your torso, the weight of your torso to surrender on your heels. And notice this little bit of stress that we are going to create in our toes. If you want, you can maybe spread your toes out and then place them back on the floor so that there's some nice distance between your toes here. More you shift your weight towards the back, more you can feel on your toes. Or if you maybe see, if you slide your knees a little bit forward, you can feel the stretch in the toes a little bit more. Knowing where to stop. Really working on a micro level today. Covering all the body parts if possible. And now from here, we are going to move into Malasana. So you can place your palms forward and then lift your hips up, taking your heels back on the ground. Now, for some of you, it may be important to keep your heels supported. You can either fold your mat and place your heels over the mat, or maybe have some cushion or blocks, two blocks under your heels. You may keep your feet forward or maybe a bit diagonal, giving some more space to your feet. Some people may want to keep it a little bit more wider, then that's okay, because each one's body will have a different capacity. So choose your variation here. If you can comfortably sit without the prop, that's also okay. Maybe resting your your upper arm over your knees. You can just place your forehead on your interlaced fingers, or maybe just dropping your arms down and drop your head down, allowing yourself to sit in Malasana for about 4 minutes. Can be little challenging, so make sure you're listening to the body, using all the props that are needed for you, and relaxing here. Usually when we do active yoga, we keep our spine absolutely straight, but in Yin Yoga, we can actually keep it grounded and relaxed, because the whole purpose in this practice is to be able to surrender. And if you keep engaging your muscles, you wouldn't be able to surrender, so there's no muscle engagement that is needed. Once you surrender, then explore yourself, explore how you're feeling, how your body is feeling, what is working, what is not working for you. And you can find different position for your palms and head to see where you feel total relaxation, what feels most relaxing and surrendered position for you. It is very individual practice. Each one can find their own way of relaxing into a pose. And we're going to move into the dangling pose from here, stretching the hamstring, transitioning from Malasana itself. So maybe cross your arms, bring your feet parallel to each other, and I'll show you from the side. So start to lift your hips up and taking the crown of the head down towards the mat, and then straightening your knees as your body allows. If you don't want to straighten your knees fully, no problem. If you can straighten your knees fully, great, and allow your torso to just hang down. And feeling this little bit of stretch or the more stretch depending on where you are in your practice, in your hamstring, a passive stretch happening here. So you can see I've also bent my knees because I don't want to right now go to my full capacity. I'm starting with less, and then maybe with time I'll find a new edge. My body will open more, and that's when I'll be able to probably straighten my knees a bit more. We are just stressing our tissues, not stretching, not pushing, just stressing enough for them to work. This can get challenging with time because the gravity is kind of pulling your torso consistently down. When your torso is getting pulled down, your lower back pulls down, your lower back pulls your hamstrings up. So that's why you can feel this entire work happening here just by the gravity. And slowly you can place your palms on the mat and start to bring your hips back down back into your Malasana. And then again, place your palms behind you, bring your hips down, straighten your legs. Make whatever movement you feel like making in your legs. Maybe bend your knee and straighten your knee. That feels better. My body feels like doing that. You can explore that. Maybe a little bit of rotation in your shin, if that feels okay for you. And from here we are going to release the side body. So you can, with straight knees, you can bend your left knee and drop your left knee onto the left side. Maybe support your left knee with the cushion. Open your right leg to your right, as wide open as you can. Now maybe catch hold of your left thigh with your right palm. You can simply and start to fold over to your right, maybe taking your left arm up parallel to the ear. If this feels okay for you, to hold about 3 minutes, or just dropping your left palm behind you, palm facing your back, opening your left shoulder a bit and allow your head to drop down. Or if you want, you can maybe use prop or something on your left thigh, maybe a pile of pillows or bolster, cushion, whatever you have, resting your forearm on the prop, and then just simply tilting a bit on your right side, still releasing the side body here. So depending on what your edge is, respect your edge and find that point wherein your body is working enough. There's side release felt enough. And with time, you may feel that you don't need a prop anymore. Then you can simply just rest your palm wherever it reaches on your shin, ankle, your foot, and rest your head on your shoulder itself, if that's okay. And if you feel any urges, then notice your urges. Urge to move, urge to leave the practice, urge to go deeper, even though you are good right now and you're enjoying yourself, the push that your mind may give you, different kind of urges that you might feel. Just notice them, watch them come up and go. Watch their temporary nature as well. And slowly coming up and then changing the side. Bend your right knee, open your left leg. And with time, you can feel the nice stretch being created on your right side of your, whichever side that you are exploring. And allow yourself to then move on to the other side. And slowly coming back in the center. So we kind of like release the side here. Now I feel like releasing my lower back as well, because I feel that, okay, I'm feeling a good, nice release on the stretch on the side. How about my lower back? So we have multiple options. We can either get into like dragonfly pose, or maybe let us move into butterfly, a kind of maybe making a diamond shape here. So place your feet against each other, making a diamond shape between your feet, and then moving forward. If you want, you can place a cushion under your ankles, because sometimes it can get little hurtful on the ankles if it is touching hard on the mat. Maybe place a bolster in front of you and resting your torso on the bolster, hugging the bolster, and then you can notice this stretch being created over here in your lower back, provided you are not rounding your lower back too much. If you're rounding the lower back, place a cushion under your hip so that you can feel the stretch that I'm feeling on the lower back. So see if you want to use the prop, otherwise simply resting your arms on your shin or maybe on your foot or on the ground, wherever okay, to feel that little bit of stress getting created on the lower back. Allow your head to really settle down and surrender. Remember, in yin practice, we are allowed to round the spine. So feel free to round your spine, relax the shoulders, relax all the body parts, and surrender. Feel the sensation in your inner calf, inner thighs also, and breathing through all the sensations. And press your palms back down to lift yourself back up. Coming into your straight down sitting position and then finding your transition to lie down on a back. We are going to move into the bridge pose. You can either take a cushion or the bolster for this pose. So keeping your knees bent, knees pointing up, feet hip distance apart. Lift your hips up, slide the bolster under your sacrum if you have the bolster. If not, you can just lift your hips enough up that you can hold here for about 3 to 4 minutes. And if you're sliding the bolster, then make sure it is under your sacrum and not under your hips directly. And then allow yourself to really settle down here. Maybe catch hold of the bolster, or you can stretch your arms up. If you want, you can also straighten your knees. So choose your variation, whatever feels good to you. A little bit of work on the back here. Adjust your bolster unless you find that you're feeling comfortable and well settled on the bolster. Adjust it accordingly. And if your legs are straight, then draw your heels closer to your sit bones. If you're on the bolster, release the bolster, lift your hips up, sliding the bolster out. Always sliding it out. Do not just pull it out. Always lift your hips before sliding the bolster out. Now we're going to move into the twist. So you can either twist with both of your knees or just one knee at a time. Some of you may be comfortable with crossing the legs, wrapping the shin around, and then maybe right thigh over the left one. If your right thigh is on top, then dropping it on the left side, and then maybe place a cushion under your thigh. Right arm can be stretched out in the T shape, looking at your right palm. Choose your variation here and relax. Just a short twist here, maybe just for 2 minutes. One more minute here. Remember to let go, remember to surrender and connect with your breath. Coming back to the center, change the side, whichever twist you have chosen, choose the same one on the next side. And slowly come back to your final relaxation, back to your Shavasana, and choose your variation. If you want to keep your knees bent, you can keep. You want to support your knees with a cushion or bolster, you can do that, and whatever feels good to you. So just explore that and relax yourself completely into Shavasana. Maybe arms away from your torso, legs away from each other, touching the longer edge of your mat. Tuck your chin slightly in. If you want to support your neck with a cushion, do that. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale completely, maybe making a sound. One more nice deep breath in and exhale, let go. One more breath in and relax. Well done. Now move into allowing everything. And notice if you have really surrendered your body weight on the ground. If not, let it go. Release the tension from the areas that you can still feel the tension in. And preparing here to come out of our relaxation, maybe a little bit of movements in your body. Whatever little movements that you feel like making, just make those movements and take your time to roll up and come. Maybe stretch your whole body, bring your feet together, stretch your arms up, bend your knees and roll over to your right. Press your left palm back down on the ground to lift yourself back up into the sitting posture. Take a moment here to absorb your practice. Let us fill ourselves with gratitude for whatever we have received so far. We might not have valued certain things. Let us take this opportunity to value everything that we have received for the fact that we exist and we are able to live and experience this life as it is. We'll be sealing this practice with one Om. Breathe in. And as you exhale, you can open your eyes. Thank you for joining me in, and I hope you're feeling rejuvenated after this practice and relaxed, open in your joints and glands. If you have any comments or any feedback to give, you can leave your comments in the comments section, and I really hope to see you soon again in some other practice. Until then, bye-bye.